Welcome to this first lesson in Maya where we're going to cover the interface. It's the first thing you see when you open Maya, so it's good to get familiarized with it. And as you go through this course, you'll become more and more familiar with it and comfortable using it, but it's a great place to start just so that we know what we're looking at, because it's easy to get intimidated when you're first starting to learn 3D. I know I was when I opened up a program and you see all of these buttons and all of these menus and you have no idea what's important and what's not. And it just looks like some crazy alien interface, and where do you even begin with that? So that's why I have this lesson. You can refer back to it, but it's also just kind of to ease your fears, right? Like, you're not going to need to learn every single little button and menu option here to be successful in Maya and use it. I'm going to show you the things that we use the most, and in this interface, I'm going to show you kind of how to visually categorize these things. So if we wanted to divide the screen in a different way, we can go to Panels, Layouts, and we can say two panes side by side. And that's what I had earlier that you saw, because this is the way I like to animate sometimes. So I can get back to the perspective view just by hitting spacebar. And these kind of buttons over here are just kind of like shortcuts to these different modes as well. Instead of hitting spacebar, you can kind of jump through. And one of the last things I want to talk about is the outliner. And the outliner you're going to have open and spend a lot of time in, because it's basically a table of contents of what's in your scene. You can see that we have these different cameras that we saw earlier when we were in the kind of 4-view setup, and they're all gray because they're hidden. We can't actually see them in the interface. So we can see the P-Sphere 1, and that's one way that we can select this object, or we can select it just by clicking it, left mouse clicking. So that's kind of two ways to select things, either through the outliner or through the viewport. So that is a quick rundown on the interface. I hope it got you a little more familiarized with what you're looking at when you open up Maya. It's not as intimidating as it seems, and if you follow along with this course, you will just pick up these things, and so that I won't have to walk through each little button kind of in a dry way. We'll take a project-based approach so that you'll get more familiar with the interface as we go along. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we will briefly cover manipulators